All right, Shalom. We are the Hebrew Israelites, come in week out, to prophesy the downfall of America and wake up the Lord's chosen elect that are of the 12 tribes, starting from the Negroes on down to the Mexicans, the so-called Mexicans, which is Issachar. But before we get started, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash.
Give double honors to the elders and apostles at GMS who continue to teach and rule well, and peace and safety to the Akim across the four corners of the earth that are pushing out this truth and sincerity. All right. So, back through the spirit, another week, I'm prophesying the downfall of this place. All right. And, on the way over, I was listening to the radio and they was playing the hell out of this one song, man. The shit's catchy, man. Don't get me wrong, but the shit is way off, man. It's called Living My Best Life, okay? When you look around you, there's nothing to love about this life we live, man. And in all actuality, I fucking hate my life, okay? I fucking hate waking up, 5 o'clock in the morning, Monday through Friday, to punch a fucking clock for breadcrumbs, man. Like, what's the fuck to love about it, okay? Now, the nigga that make the song, yeah, okay, he got money. He may as well love his life, okay? But, he
niggas singing this shit.
The nigga that's singing.
No, the niggas that are singing his song shit.
Exactly. The niggas that's on the opposite side of the track shouldn't be, loving or living their best life, man. Because, like I said, if you look around you, this place is totally bullshit, man. The filthy. From the food that we eat, from the goddamn air that we breathe, to the goddamn the water we drink. There we go. Huh? And you can open up with that.
This is John chapter 12, verse 25. It says, "He that loveth his life shall lose it."
Yeah, he that loveth his life shall lose it, man. So why you out here living your best life, all right? When the Lord brings down his wrath, we're gonna see how much you love in this life, man. All right? When all hell breaks loose out here in these streets, man, we're gonna see if that song be the #1 song on the chart. when shit start happening out here, man. All right? Go ahead, Al.
Come. It says, "And he that hateth his life in this world shall keep it unto life eternal."
Yeah, man, because it said he that hateth his life, all right? Like the men you see before you. I'm pretty sure every brother, okay, on this side of the camera fucking hates their life, man, and can attest to it, okay?
This brother's YouTube page.
Yeah. Hey, perfect. 1 and 2 shit. He changed the name, shit. And he said, but he that hated his life shall keep it eternally, man, because Lord willing, we don't have to taste death, man, if we continue in the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man, and endure to the end.
That's right. Okay,
we won't taste that bitter death, okay? We'll live eternally, man, and inherit the kingdom. Okay?
I got something. This is Jeremiah 7:34. "And then will I cause to cease from the city of Judah and from the streets of Jerusalem the voice of mirth and the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom and the voice of the bride, for the land shall be desolate."
That's right. From mirth, what else you say?
I'll read it again. This is Jeremiah 7:34. And it says, "Then will I cause to cease from the city of Judah and from the streets of Jerusalem the voice of mirth and the voice of gladness."
Yeah, he's gonna cease that voice of mirth, man, and the voice of gladness, that living your best life spirit, man. That shit's gonna come to an end, okay? It's gonna come to an abrupt end, man.
Yep.
When shit start going on out here, man, and you niggas that's living your so-called best life is living the worst day of your fucking life, okay?
Yep. It's gonna be like when the DJ gonna be playing that song, and then when you actually bump the table and it's gonna skip, man. And that's just how it's gonna end. It's gonna end as quick as a nigga bumping the DJ booth.
Right. And go ahead. And you niggas will party up and be in mirth and folly up until that goddamn last drop of the dime, so to speak. If you've seen the movie Purge, okay, there's a full-out goddamn purge going on, and nigga women still in the goddamn streets having a party while it's a full-out purge. And that nigga Skeletor came and goddamn caught a couple bodies on the place. All right, and that's how it's gonna be, because you niggas don't believe a black cow get white milk. Okay, you niggas have to see it to believe it.
Yeah. What's that nigga that died? Bernie Mac. He said on his Kings of Comedy special back in the day. He said I'm a nigga that don't believe shit until I see shit, man. And that's the spirit of a nigga.
Right.
You know, Jake don't believe the world that this white man is going down until literally everything crumbles right in front of him. I got another precept for you too.
If I may say to that, well, you got it in the book of Exodus. Niggas didn't even believe it and they saw it.
Yeah.
Right.
So it goes even deeper than that. You know, they saw a chariot, they saw a whole sea split,
Right.
Yeah.
they saw a whole army get consumed.
You saw it rained manna,
It rained manna.
vegetables.
That's right.
You know, the Most High made the water sweet for them, and they still rebelled. It's that same generation today. So this is I'm gonna start at Isaiah 6 and 9, and it reads, and he said, "Go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not. Make the heart of this people fat, and their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert and be healed." And this is the point, verse 11. Then said I, Lord, how long? And he answered, until the cities be wasted without inhabitants, and the houses without man, and the land be utterly desolate.
Yeah, and that's when the niggas gonna realize that shit is real out here, man. When it's too fucking late. Yeah, all right. It's way too fucking late. All right.
Niggas is on CPT time to salvation.
God. Yeah, nigga. Here it is. You know, you've been warned for X amount of years, man. For the longest, man. Starting with the apostles on down, man. For 30 plus years, that this place is coming to an end. But here it is. You still want to goddamn bullshit and party up until you see the shit, because you don't believe goddamn. You know, you don't believe shit gonna happen until you see it, like the brother said.
Yep.
All right, bring out what you got.
Oh, yeah, come. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 7. I'm going to start at 1. It says, a good name is better than the precious ointment, and the day of death than the day of one's birth.
Right.
Verse 2. It says, it is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting.
Right.
For that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart.
Con. Reread the first verse.
Con, first part. Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and 1. It says, a good name is better than precious ointment, and the day of death than the day of one's birth.
Yeah, the day of death than one's birth, because you niggas celebrate the bringing in of life into this filthy ass world, man. When there's nothing, you know, this is not paradise, man. And you know, we say we hate our life because, you know, we know that there's something better out here, man. You know, that this is not the end all be all, man. Fucking 5 points and dirty ass goddamn the bluff, okay? We know that it's something, you know, more what I want to say.
It's more to life than this.
It's more to life than this bullshit. So for a nigga in the bluff to be singing that song, he living his best life, that nigga's standards is real low.
He should just commit suicide.
Yeah, you might as well. For a nigga to be living in the goddamn gutter in the grimiest place and
In America, literally the bluff in Atlanta is one of the worst spots in all of Babylon.
Yeah.
Like seriously, like when you analyze that spot, that's one of the worst spots in all of Babylon.
Yeah. And for a nigga to be jumping around and singing goddamn he living his best life, that nigga's standards is real fucking low.
Snow in a fucking bluff.
That's the pit of the pit.
Yeah.
Like for real, like that is one of the bluff here in Atlanta is categorized as one of the top 5 worst neighborhoods at one point in America.
Right. And for that shit to be still existing, man, these goddamn crackers got y'all niggas fucked. They got y'all so deceived, man, to the point where you think that's living your best life. That's sad, man. How people are finished.
That's the biggest crack town ever.
Yeah, that's like one of the biggest spots of heroin sales.
Yeah. So why would you be celebrating life in a place like this, man?
You got niggas in Baltimore.
Oh, Boston.
Yeah, it's better you be fucking dead, man, than living in the fucking bluff. Go ahead.
Verse 2 is said, it's better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting.
Yep.
But that is the end of all men. And the living will lay it to his heart.
Yep.
Verse 3, sorrow is better than laughter.
Yeah, sorrow is better than laughter. Because if you have you know, your eyes open to this place and see America for what it really is, man, there's nothing to really be excited about or be jovial about, man. This place is fucking vexation and it's oppression at its best, man. And you niggas don't see it.
At every angle.
At every angle, man. From the goddamn kids to the woman to the job to just fucking driving your car in this place, man. There's nothing to be excited about. And I hate talking to simple niggas in the world, man, that just think that life is about goddamn watching the Falcons game and eating chicken wings and shit, man. And that's all the nigga want to talk about. And they be excited, man. That shit get on my fucking nerves, man.
See what the Lakers gonna do this year.
Yeah.
If I may say, the only thing that keeps us going, the scriptures tell us to rejoice evermore. When you read 1 Thessalonians, the 5th chapter,
Yeah.
the only thing we're rejoicing in is the downfall of this place.
Right.
That's the only thing really keeping us, other than the Spirit of the Lord keeping us here. But rejoicing in the fact that we're seeing these prophecies, and the fact that we're seeing that this place that we loathe, we fucking hate, is going down systematically and periodically, man.
Yeah.
That's something we rejoice in. That's what keeps us going.
Yeah. Hey, man, like the brother said, man, that's our motivation. If it wasn't for that, man, hey, and the Spirit of the Lord went on me, man, hey, I don't know.
We'll be through.
Well, you know, like me and the brother in Detroit, we always say when we get on the phone with each other, you know, we catch a hell in the flesh, but we rejoicing in the Spirit. Because our spirit is rejoicing. You know, we see our, you know, Romans 13 and 11, I believe, says that our salvation is nearer than we believe. You know, so we're seeing signs come to pass. We're seeing our enemy fall. We're seeing men waking up on a grand scale now. This word is out there, so we have things to rejoice in. But in the flesh, see the battles between the spirit and the flesh. So our flesh is it's an agony. So we want to be released from these chains of darkness. But the spirit, hey, spiritually, I can't even lie. I told the same brother, I said, for the spirit, I am living my best life. We're not like these people out here lost in darkness.
Yeah, come on.
So, you know, the Most High gave us the way of suffering, but at least we know we're alive, man. These niggas out here, they're dead. They're dead. Like you said, their biggest concern is going to grandma's house for Thanksgiving. Or what they gonna get for Christmas.
That's why that word quicken is so heavy, because it means to make alive. We're being made alive through the spirit, though.
Yep.
You know, and these niggas are dying through the flesh.
Yeah.
Right. But fleshly and physically living their best life, and spiritually, them niggas they hate their life.
Dry bones.
Yeah,
They dry bones.
So they're the total opposite, man. And the scripture tell you, you know, surely oppression will make up a wise man angry. All right, and we're wise, and we're woken up to the fact that this place is bullshit, and that the so-called white man is the fucking devil, and that he has our people totally destroyed, man.
Yep.
And you know, on a particular part of that song, man, it says, if you breathing, then you achieving. What the fuck? Where? You breathing chemtrails? Motherfucker, you achieving? Yeah, bitch, where? Like, come on, man. These niggas are looking at the world through rose-colored glasses, man. They don't see this place for what it really is. Because if they did, you know, they wouldn't be hopping around and goddamn full of folly and mirth, you know, over this goddamn place, man.
That's right. And if I may say, that's why when most of brothers get this truth, they either get angry, they cry.
Yep.
Well, pretty much that's what you do.
That's it.
You get pissed off,
Yep.
or you're in sorrow for what you've been doing.
Yeah.
You know.
That's why when you look at an old picture of yourself, when you've been in this walk for a while, and you look at a picture of you when you was in the world, you be like, God damn, man. I had a very docile, you have a very docile, simple look on your face. You know, you look friendly. You know, and then you look at yourself now, and after a few years of being weathered in this, and you like, damn, I look like I'm ready to take something out, man. Because this world, you see the world for what it is, man. Before, when you was in the world, you was just as simple as everybody else, looking forward to the next holiday, you know?
We got them, what's the heat live glasses on, man.
All the time.
Live glasses on.
And we can't take them off.
Can't take them off.
See, that's a difference on the show, on that movie. The dude could take off his see.
Yeah.
We don't. We have latex surgery
Yeah,
on
that
our
shit
eyes.
is permanent.
That shit is fucking permanent, man.
Right.
Until you complain and the Most High take the spirit off you.
Yeah, that's the only way that the motherfuckers gonna come off.
Oh, I got something for you real quick on that. Hold on real quick. This is Revelation.
Yeah, because when you have them, he lived glasses on. You know, quoting it right, man. You see this place for what it really is, man. You see demons. You see subliminal messages for what they really are. You see these fucking women for what they really are. You know, and like the brother said, when you was in the world, man, you was totally oblivious to all that shit.
Yep.
You didn't know what the hell was going on. You was a real simple ass nigga, man. And that's why coming into this truth is a precious thing, man. And you should cherish it, man. Because everybody don't have this.
Most don't.
Yeah, most, like the brother said. You got that?
Give me 1 second. I'm a fun. Yeah, go ahead.
This is Ecclesiastes 7:3. Sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better.
Yeah, the sadness of the countenance, man. How you look on the outside, man. Not being out here, you know, and goddamn in this joyful spirit, man. You know, you can tell, you know, the men of the Lord, man. We have a different spirit about us, man. You know, we don't look like we're of this world, man. And you can tell the difference on our countenance.
Yeah.
And in the last verse, it says the heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth.
Yeah, the heart of which is your mind, you know, of the wise is in sorrow, like we've been going into. All right, and those that don't have the spirit, you know, they're in mirth right now because they really truly believe that this is the best that it gets here in America.
Yeah.
Okay.
We had a spiritually, we had a wake for a funeral.
Yeah.
You know, you don't ever see nobody at a wake for a funeral doing the walk. You know? It's a sorrowful place.
Right.
Why these niggas is at a house party too, you see. Yeah. You know, doing all kind of dances and throwing each other around like, and we like, look what the hell is wrong with these niggas, man. And they looking at us like, what the hell is wrong with us?
Yeah, like, do these niggas not know what the occasion is?
Right.
Nigga going to a 5-star dinner, coming in his own with a throwback jersey and slap socks. You're like, man, what the hell going on? You don't know where the hell we at.
That's it.
We at a 5-star restaurant.
That's that parable of the
Wedding
wedding.
Yeah.
What you wearing, bro?
What the hell going on?
And then the master came in and kicked his ass out. Cast him out of darkness.
Right.
Fuck out of here.
This is Revelation 3:18. And it reads, I counsel thee to buy of me gold tried in fire, that thou mayest be rich, and white raiment, that thou mayest be clothed, and that the shame of thy nakedness do not appear, and anoint thine eyes with outside, that thou mayest see.
Yeah.
And that's what the Most High gave us. He anointed our eyes with that outside, all right, which is in His spiritual, herb cabinet. You can't buy this, man. And when he anointed our eyes with it, we can't not see. We see things that the average person is like, why are you always mad? Because of how I see the world.
Right.
If you saw how I saw it, you'd be mad too.
Yeah.
You know what's spiritual about that? The same thing Tobias did to Tobit. He put that fish gall in his eyes. Tobit was blind, and then he could see. But where did Tobias get that, you know, idea from? Raphael, which is an angel, a messenger. So that came ultimately from the Lord.
The Lord's medicine box.
That's right, the Lord's medicine box. You got it, bro.
Yeah, bring it.
This is John chapter 15. This is John chapter 15 and 18. It says, if the world hate you, you know that it hated me before it hated you.
Yeah, because the world do hate us, man, because we're not with this shit, man.
That's right.
And we don't go along with everything. Well, we don't go along with mostly shit in this place, man. Like, it's very little things that brothers get into as far as worldly things, man.
Yeah.
We don't do all that bullshit these niggas do out here. That's why they hate us. Because they looking at us like, man, what the fuck, man? Y'all know the Falcons went to the Super Bowl last year, right? Why y'all ain't watching the game? They don't give a fuck. Go ahead.
It says, verse 19, if you were of the world would love his own.
Yeah, but if we was with it, you know, they'll be with us. You know, they'll love to see us coming. They wouldn't have nothing ill to say about us if we was of this world. But now that we're not you know, they look down upon us because we don't go on with what takes place in America. Okay?
What, you don't eat bacon?
Right. No, nigga.
Oh, you Muslim?
Yeah.
Alright.
Hey, you know she got it, man, but she fine as hell later. I tell the nigga, nah, bro, get down like that. Nigga, what? She fine as fuck. Like, I understand, bro, but come on. Get the fuck down.
Yeah.
Hey, get the hell away from me. Yeah, peace.
John 15 and 19. If you were of the world would love its own.
Yeah, because then when they come to you with certain conversations and you shut that shit down, niggas don't even want to talk to you no more on the job. You know, they like, nah, he don't get down like that.
You think he better?
Yeah. Keep it moving, man. We gonna just speak to him and go to the next.
He crazy.
Yeah, I like it like that. Nigga, leave me the hell alone. Goddamn. Don't say shit to me. I'm just here to goddamn get my little time in, man. Get the hell on.
We in that, what's that? We're in that, who's that running back?
Not an argument.
Oh, that Marshawn Lynch.
We're
I
spiritually
should be getting on
Marshawn
the
Lynch.
calendar
I'm here
now.
so I won't get
For
fined.
Right, yeah, I'm just here so
Right.
I
I'll let
won't
you
get
know
fined.
that.
Goddamn. That's
Fuck
the spirit we in,
Let
man.
know.
We doing the shit because we're in captivity and we have to go. Because if we didn't go, we'll get put the fuck out.
Right.
That's the only reason.
The scriptures, and I think in Thessalonians, it says if you don't work, you don't eat.
Exactly.
I'm here so I won't get fined.
Exactly.
Right?
In a nutshell, shit. Marshawn Lynch being the spirit, goddamn. Because if it wasn't required of him to go do them interviews, shit, he wouldn't do that
You
shit.
wouldn't do that shit. You know?
Go ahead.
Kind. It says, but because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen. So I'll reread it. John 15 and 19. If you were of the world will love its own.
Yep.
But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world.
Yeah, the Lord has chosen us out of the world, which we were once a part of this world, man. And I can attest that when I was in the world, I had way more people that liked me than I have now, man. Facts. And now that they don't, shit, it's cool with me.
Yeah,
It's fine with me.
I ain't even like them anyway. Really.
Yeah, come on now.
Yeah.
I ain't even tripping. I'm glad you niggas got the fuck away from me. Go ahead.
It says, therefore the world hateth you.
That's right.
But the beautiful thing about it is that this world hates us. But this world is the fashions of this world is passing away.
That's right.
What do we care about? What do we care about the opinions of a bunch of people that are more than likely gonna die?
Right. Hey, fucking Walking Dead, they already dead, man. Spiritually. We just waiting for the goddamn, just waiting for the missiles to come on and goddamn finish up the job, man. Take these niggas out their misery.
I have a quick one for you. This is Sirach chapter 3, verse 24. For many are deceived by their own vain opinion, and evil suspicion hath overthrown their judgment.
So nobody got more opinions than a nigga.
Man, what?
A nigga got an answer how to fix every problem in America
Yeah.
and can't even pay his fucking phone bill on time.
Right.
Everybody got a way to answer the problems to everything. How to fix global warming, how to fix the homeless problem, the drug problem, abuse. Everybody got an answer, except the right answer.
Right.
That's why you niggas gonna die.
That's right, niggas gonna die. But yeah, you talk to a nigga, he got a goddamn a conclusion or a solution to every fucking thing.
Yep.
I'm like, god damn, nigga, you're supposed to be a multi-millionaire. You got all these fucking solutions.
And you in the back of my Uber.
Shit, goddamn. Rob the building for every fucking problem.
Yeah, nigga, you making less money than me. But you got all this goddamn so-called wisdom and knowledge of this world, but you can't put that shit to use. Fucking idiot, man.
Just accept the fact. If Jake on this sign would be so much better if they just accepted the fact that they slaves here in America.
Right.
But they had this foolish folly thought that they're free.
Yeah.
And that free thought, that little bit of space of them thinking that they're free, it brings in that imagination.
Yeah.
That imagination of I can change shit.
Yeah.
You can't even say you can't even tell that red light right there to go green when you want to.
Right.
The fuck is you talking about, man?
Yeah. Freedom in this place is a fucking illusion. And that's the only thing that keep these people going. The little inkling that they think that they can make a change when they really fucking can't. And that's what keeps the people going.
That's it.
That's why they walking around here. Are you registered to vote? We had 2 bitches ask us that on the way to camp.
I said, yeah.
Yeah, we are. Goddamn
I
it.
told one time I was at Georgia State, you registered to vote? This is before I was at the troops too. Like, nah, I'm a felon. Fuck that.
Right. Like,
Fuck out my
if I
face.
was registered to vote, See, yeah, there's certain little shit like that, and little do a motherfucker know you can stand in line fucking hours to cast a fucking ballot that doesn't even matter at the end of the fucking day. It's already predetermined, and they already got who the fuck is set up to be in that certain position. And that little bit of hope that you motherfuckers hang on to lets you feel that you got some kind of goddamn say-so in your own captivity when you really fucking don't.
I got a precept page. This is Revelation chapter 3, verse 17. It says, because thou sayest, I am rich and increased with goods
Yup.
and have need of nothing,
Yup.
and knowest not that thou art wretched and miserable and poor and blind and naked.
Yeah, because that's a nigga for you. You give them a little bit of riches or a little bit of goddamn 2-bedroom in Buckhead, and man, you can't tell a nigga shit.
Fucking Camaro.
That Camaro.
Yeah, Camaro, Charger, one of those
Mustang.
Yeah.
Or Challenger.
Trip to
Yeah.
Miami.
Right. Yeah, you give a nigga that, hey, you can't tell a nigga shit. You can't tell a nigga shit. But in all actuality, a nigga poor as hell, a nigga can barely make ends meet at the end of the day. Malnourished.
But I got a Camaro on 22.
Yeah. Nigga blood pressure higher than the bitch. Nigga got diabetes.
Still eating scrimp.
Yeah. Eating shrimp. Yeah, diet just goddamn the worst of the worst, goddamn.
I got a.
That's why niggas is bred from they or brought up from their youth being prepared for the prison system, man. Because all you niggas do is eat oodles and noodles from the time you're 2 to 3 years old. That's gonna be your meal of choice when you get to prison.
Hell yeah.
So a nigga think you got niggas. You watch these rappers, you go on their lives and different blogs about them, and it's like, you see this nigga like I was watching this video of this nigga ugly guy. You know, and this nigga was you see him, he got tools, he got the money, the whole nine, and then you watch his live or videos on him, this nigga eating chicken McNuggets, man.
Oh yeah, that nigga had a whole goddamn 20.
He had like a 20-piece of McNuggets.
A gourmet dinner to these rappers is Benihana.
Yeah.
They always rapping about Benihana.
Yeah.
Like Benihana's ain't shit. You
That's
eat
why
dog and cat.
Benihana's.
And overpriced like a bitch.
You gotta go to a Benihana's on the outskirts now, because these Benihana's within the city of Atlanta is niggified, man. You go to that Benihana's over there in Midtown, it's a straight up. I went in there one time to pick up an order. I was like, I don't even want to be in here, man. It's niggified,
It's
man.
a club. Don't go there Thursday, Friday, shit, fuck it. Monday through Sunday, don't go.
Really, that goes to show you back to what the brother was saying about hating this place, man. Because we move like Edomites now in this world. Go to the mall on a Wednesday morning.
I know, right?
You're gonna avoid these.
You go to the movies during the day.
Hell yeah.
Because niggas come out, niggas is vampires, man. Niggas, don't go to Stonecrest on a Saturday or a Sunday. Sure as hell do not go to South Decatur Mall after dark.
Yeah.
Period, really, just don't, man.
Shit, Greenbrier Mall, they just had a shooter over there, and they closed the whole damn mall down.
They really need to burn Greenbrier Mall down.
Right, that shit is garbage, man.
Greenbrier Mall is one of the worst places in Atlanta, man.
Shit.
Because if these niggas knew better, man, they'll do better. But this all a nigga know.
Yep.
And a nigga don't want to venture outside of what his grandma taught him and what he grew up on.
Yep.
That's why a nigga all he eat is fried chicken and goddamn bacon bits. If you bring, let's say some Mediterranean food to the job, niggas looking at you like you got 3 heads.
You be like a white person.
Yeah.
What's kale?
Yeah, what the hell is a falafel?
What's a cucumber?
What's lamb?
Y'all niggas simple, man. Live in the goddamn bubble.
And you living your best life.
Yeah.
You can't even shit right half the time. I remember I used to work at that vitamin shop. Remember I used to work at that vitamin shop on the street?
Yeah.
Man, niggas used to come in there, man, and, man, I'm constipated. Most of you niggas is always constipated because you eat this shit.
Yeah.
And you tell Jake, and then, you try to, give him free advice. It's like, well, before you buy this, why don't you try drinking water to loosen up that stooling? Nigga gonna tell me one time, he said, man, really, I ain't got time to drink water.
What the fuck?
He say he ain't got time to drink water.
Man, how long did it take to take a cup and put it to your mouth?
At that point, but see, at that point, it was years ago, so I was still in that, like, you know, you still believe in Jake's spirit.
You can do it, man.
And I was like, man, at that point, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna ring you up, and I stopped fucking caring about Jake.
Yeah.
You can't tell Jake shit. When a nigga tell you he ain't got time to drink water,
It's over.
it's over with. It's like, fuck it, man, whatever, man. Get your little fiber and keep drinking your Kool-Aid and eating your honey buns and shit, man.
Like, you can't tell a nigga nothing if he say he ain't got time to drink water.
You can't tell a nigga shit.
Nah, he worse than the guy. You'd be better off talking to the wall, goddamn.
And the wall probably be like, you know what, the water, I'm gonna drink this water real quick.
Exactly. Before a nigga.
You niggas are anti-life. That's why you love Babylon the Great, man.
Yeah, nigga, water come in a bottle, even though it's off. You know, you can buy a bottle of water, twist the cap off and drink it. Nigga say he ain't got time.
He could, when he go to the gas station and get that pineapple soda,
Yeah.
he could reach and get the water.
Yeah. But a nigga got time to roll up a backwood with a couple grams in it. But you can't take the time to twist the cap off a bottle and drink.
Pour up a soda with syrup in it.
Yeah, you got time to pull up a goddamn paint of lean, though.
Double cup.
That's crazy.
Niggas is stupid, man. Go ahead with what you got.
This is 1 John chapter 2, verse 15. Love not the world,
Yep.
neither the things that are in the world.
Right.
For if any man love the world,
Yeah.
the love of the Father is not in him.
Yeah, because if we love the things that are of this world, man, then we don't have it.
Yep.
Okay, the spirit of the Lord is not dealing with you.
That's right out.
Especially if you call yourself a man of the Lord, all right, and you come out and teach, and you call yourself a prophet, but you still dibbling and dabbling in the world, man. The Lord ain't dealing with you. Lukewarm. Yeah, you just a nigga straddling the fence.
Because that's what lukewarm is.
Yeah.
Lukewarm is when you go to the bath, so like when you set your shower at a house, you set your shower on what? Lukewarm.
Right.
You cut a little bit of the cold water on, you cut a little bit of the hot water on to get the right temperature, lukewarm. Not steaming hot or cold, man. And like you said, that's that comfortability.
Yeah, I'm holding up.
Okay.
But also when you go into that word, lukewarm, it means weak.
Yeah.
When you go into the etymology of it,
That's true.
that means what? You're indecisive,
Yeah.
you're hesitant,
Yeah.
and having that indecisive hesitation type nature, that means you're a pussy bitch,
Yeah.
for lack of better words. The
Yeah.
scriptures say, put off the weak nature. A weak nature is being lukewarm.
Yeah.
You know?
I got something real quick for that. I got something real quick for you. This is Sirach 2, and this is Sirach 2 and 12. And it reads, woe be to the fearful hearts and faint hands, and the sinner that goeth 2 ways.
Hey, what's that? Hey, James. A double-minded man?
Yeah.
Unstable all the way? But that word unstable, that's like a chemist type word
Yeah.
in chemistry. When it's an unstable chemical,
It's not a balance.
it's not a balance. It means either it'll fizzle over or just won't do shit.
Exactly.
It's unstable, okay? Like, and when you study what's astronomy, when they talk about stars, when it's unstable, it blows up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you double-minded, you an unstable motherfucker, man. You're gonna implode.
Yep.
You know, from the inside out.
Because you can't decide whether you hate this place or love this
Love
place.
this place.
And that's the spirit of a woman, man, to be lukewarm.
That's right.
Because you ask your woman what she want to eat. She don't know. Maybe I want pizza. Maybe I want wings.
No, she'll be like, anything.
Yeah.
Like Chick-fil-A. I don't want that.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
You just
That's
saying
the spirit
anything.
of a bitch, man. Make your mind up. Do you want to be in this thing or you don't? That's
You be at like somewhere like over there from Moreland, you go Edgewood Shopping Center, some little shopping center about to get something to eat with your rib, and they be like, you want to go in here or here?
Yeah.
And she
We'll
literally
there
be
all day, goddamn. Yep.
she being pulled to one place or the other.
Yeah.
And that's how you niggas are. You're letting this world pull you back in. Whereas with us, our eye is solo, man. We going in one direction, and that direction is away from this world,
Yeah,
man.
man, that tunnel vision.
Yep.
We don't see you niggas. We just see goddamn the goal ahead of us, man.
Yep.
And salvation, man. That's all we see. And we doing everything necessary to get there.
Spiritual John Cena.
Hell yeah.
Kill Cena.
I got a precept about that.
So bring those out.
This is Isaiah chapter 6, verse 9. And he said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but
That's spirit.
understand
We brought that
not.
earlier. That's spirit.
Oh, okay. Come.
Bring it up, man. That's spirit.
Come. And see ye indeed, but perceive not.
Mhm.
Make the heart of this people fat,
Yeah.
and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes.
and it's fat to the world. You know, this place is fattening Jake up, man. You know, Jake loves what they seeing. You know, Jake got a little bit of bread. You know, these women out here, these whores. You know, they making $30,000-$40,000 a month just showing nudes online. You can't tell these people they're living off the fatness of this place, man. All right, but when Yahweh Shemi Awashai dries this place up, you people that's being fattened off this place, you're gonna be dried up too with it, man. Exactly.
This is Zephaniah, the first chapter, verse 14. And I'm going to read to verse 18. It says, the great day of the Lord is near. It is near and hasteth greatly.
Yeah, and it's approaching soon, man. But like we were saying, niggas ain't gonna get it until it's too late. All right, so we're just out here for the elect, man. We're not out there for every simple nigga walking up and down Decatur Street. All right, because he doesn't get it. So, just not gonna get it.
It's not biblical for them to get it.
Right. Go ahead.
Good. It says, Salaki. It says, and hasted greatly, even the voice of the day of the Lord, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly.
Yeah, and that's what we're doing, man. That's the lukewarm niggas. Right. You go ahead.
It says, verse 15, that day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness.
Yeah, so while you niggas out here living your best life, hey, that's what you got to look forward to, man.
Yep.
That's gonna be the best day of our life, goddamn.
Yeah.
That's when we gonna be living our best life.
Yep.
How about
Watching
that?
you niggas die, man.
Yeah, so you niggas can have this bullshit, but when the Lord come back, hey, we gonna be breathing, you achieving. We gonna be smiling, goddamn. We're smiling, man. We're gonna laugh at you niggas when the Lord comes back.
It says, verse 16, it says, a day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. It says, and I will bring distress upon men that they shall walk like blind men.
Yep.
That's when they gonna go into the house of mourning.
Yep.
You know, like when we read in Jeremiah 7:33 about the Lord ceasing out of Judah that mirth and gladness, the voice of gladness. Because you can't see, we distressed because we understand we behind battle, we're behind enemy lines.
Exactly.
You niggas, like the brother's saying, you niggas think that you're in a spiritual Disney World, man. You know, you got your amusement rides, you eat your funnel cakes and fair foods and shit. That's all this food is. It's all unhealthy. That's why when you go to your state fairs, it's the most outrageously unhealthy shit. Deep fried Oreos and shit. Funnel cakes.
At
2 foot long sausages and shit.
At the Texas State Fair, they got fried butter.
Yeah, see? Yeah, you eat it. That's why, when you go, that's why going to the fair is just off. Remember the last time I went to the state fair, I went to the, I think I went to the fair in Macon or Columbus years ago. Man, me and this bitch I was chilling with for the day, man, we both threw up. Because you get to the fair and you just be like, oh shit, you get all them smells in you. And you just be like, oh, this is it. Give me a funnel cake. Give me that 3 foot long sausage. Give me that drink this big of sugar.
In a turkey leg.
And then I'm gonna go get on this ride.
Right.
And then you wonder why at the end of the day you throwing up all over the goddamn.
Your head hurting.
Head hurting.
Migraine.
Yeah,
But
that's
like, go ahead,
because you know that term kid in the candy store?
Yep.
You niggas are kids and America is just a big ass candy store.
That's what it is.
And you going in there, you
Yeah.
want to touch everything, you want to eat everything, and you just, like the song say, you living your best life, shit. Everything that you want is at your leisure in America.
They in the chocolate factory.
Yeah, like Willy Wonka.
Willy Wonka.
Chocolate.
And Uncle Tom is Willy Wonka.
Yeah. Give it to these.
Shit. I want you.
Yeah, right.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know,
Niggas, that's the spirit of a nigga, man.
Right.
They in this, like you go to any of you brothers ever been to like Disney World or Universal Studios in Orlando? If you go there, you can tell like the way that Universal Studios and those certain parks are laid out is laid out how it would be your city. So that's why you just when you're walking around Universal Studios, you don't realize that you're at an amusement park. Like you're walking and it's like buildings like this, and it'll be shaped like you on a street.
Yeah.
But
Like
because I've been to Disney World before. Like our hotel had a train going in the middle of it, taking us to the amusement park.
Yeah.
It's a connected metropolis.
It's like a city. It's a city.
Yeah, but it's small to where people can be like, well, you know, this shit ain't real, and
No, but they
Like,
see
you can have
it's
fun.
so realistic that you could forget that you're actually in a park. Like this could be like a street that's in the park where you're just walking. You know, you got your daughter, and like it'll be a lot of buildings like this, but they're like the shell of a building. It's not a real building, but it looks like
Like a movie.
like a movie set, you
Yeah,
know. And
yeah.
you just walking through, and it's like, oh, you know, oh, we can get 3 scoops of ice cream, and I can go. It's a parade coming through.
That's how they get you.
That's how they get you. So it's like the Universal Studios and those places are miniaturized versions of America. That's why down there in Orlando, what is that? What is the Orlando basketball team called? The Magic. Where magic happens. It's witchcraft, man. It's witchcraft at a high level down there. That's why Esau's. This world is a high level of witchcraft. It's not real. These buildings are hollow. There's no real substance to them. You know, the food is like you said, it's like you like the last time I went down there, hey, you know what they have in those parks too? They already have the chip. They already got the chip. You know, because the last time I went probably like 3 years ago. When you get your tickets now, they don't, you know, before they used to give you a wristband and shit.
yeah,
You know, but they don't do that shit no more. Why? Because, you know, Jake is the ultimate finesser. Jake will go in there from 6 in the morning to like 1, 2 and see you walking out, another Jake, and be like, oh, you know, hey, man, no, fuck it, don't buy no ticket. You can have my wristband. The wristband is like $80. Here, just give me 60. You be like, well, shit, give it here. All right, cool, thank you, man. They don't want that shit. So what they do, when you get your wristband, they make you put your thumb which is biometrics. They make you put your thumbprint, and they attach your thumbprint with the that wristband you got. So the only thing left to do is to do what? Get rid of the wristband. So you have a chip. When you get your ticket, scan your chip, and that'll let you in. So that go to show you that those amusement parks are miniature versions of what's going to happen to the actual amusement park, which is Babylon the Great, man.
I got something real quick. This is and I'll go back to Zephaniah for you. This is Isaiah chapter 47, verse 18. It says, therefore, hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in
Go ahead.
that sayest in thine heart, I am. You know, it's speaking about Esau. It says, and none else besides me. Well, actually, this is speaking about Babylon the Great, America. It says, I am, and none else besides me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. Verse 9. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day. The loss of children and widowhood, they shall come upon thee in their perfection for the multitude of thy sorceries. It says, and for thy great abundance in thine enchantments. Yeah. So like, even like the brother was speaking about Disneyland, what's that? Disney World, Disneyland. These are all like enchantments, you know? They're all things, they're casting spells on people to be in that spirit of mirth. To be like everything's all right.
And he referenced the basketball team, the Magic.
The Magic,
yeah,
you
which
know?
is enchantment.
That's
That
right.
place, you know, building on the spirit of that. Them places, those places are a lot of you people, man. A lot of you people, you gonna go behind them different parks like Six Flags, Universal Studios, Disney World, Disneyland, Busch Gardens, SeaWorld. You're gonna go to these parks, and one day you're gonna go in there and they're not gonna let your ass out of there, man. They're gonna lock it up with you in there, man. Because you can already see those places. Like I was just telling the brother, when you go to those places are huge. Them parks ain't the size of them ain't state fairs and shit, man. Those parks are huge. They're already set up for it. Like I say, the technology, they're already leaning you people towards it. The witchcraft going into it. You know, we was just saying, you know, even with the tickets, man. It'll cost you $100 a person to get in them parks, man. Niggas go broke going to Disney World. You know how many families go to Disney World to make little Timmy and Jessica happy for a trip and come back broke? You know how many people had to refinance homes for extra money? If you can't go to Disney World and have, if you go to Orlando, Kissimmee, Florida, for maybe a weekend, you better have at least 5 bands.
Yeah.
Shit, at least.
At least.
Most of the people down there, they already got homes set up already.
Yeah, you gotta have somewhere to stay at.
Yep.
But I say this, America. It's all of America in a quick little 3-day glimpse.
No, 5 bands will get you 3 days.
If
But you gotta pay for the gas for the trip. More than likely, everybody gonna have to rent cars. You ain't gonna go alone. You're gonna go with multiple family members. Everybody's mouth gotta get fed multiple times that day. You gotta have a house to stay in. And throughout the day, you already know they're gonna want to buy because they already on the road and in the spirit of mirth. And these people all about consumerism. So all this shit is really before they even get inside of this.
that's before they get inside of it.
Before they get inside.
And then just the glitz, see down there in Florida, in Orlando, you know, everybody's travels down there. So you know, it's not like give me an example. Oh, like CVS. CVS is not a regular size CVS. It's like a fucking super CVS.
It's a Walmart.
It's like a Walmart. Everything down there is wow. Look at this big ass McDonald's. I gotta go in there.
3-story McDonald's.
It's a 3-story McDonald's because this place knows that you people are simple. Matter of fact, you know, I got a scripture.
Okay.
Let me get a scripture on that. Let's go to this is Proverbs. This is gonna be Proverbs 1.
If I may say,
Of course.
people are easily amused.
I got it.
People are easily amused. Therefore, it's easy for them to fall into the trap that Esau lays out for them.
Because they live. These people are all a bunch of losers. That's the irony of it. That's the spirit that brother went into the living their best life. Because you people are actually living your worst lives. Because you're pathetic.
Hell yeah.
You're very pathetic, peon-minded individuals.
And if I can say one thing too, that's why majority of people that go on these amusements, they go to all these different little entertainment rings and watch the games and do all these things. Right after they suffer a high level of depression and want to kill themselves, man. You know, the depression levels is skyrocketing and it's constantly going up, but they always pushing out more and more entertainment. Why is that? Because like you said, these people are fucking losers. They'll live off the high of the world for a couple of minutes, and after that they go back to their sorry ass lifestyle. And what does it do? It fuck their mind.
Well, guess what? Like we said, like you, as a spirit, we're using the word. We're talking about amusement parks. We're using the word amusement, amuse. The word amuse, a simple synopsis of the word, means to deter someone's attention from something. So it's deterring their attention from wanting to kill their self just yesterday.
Hell
But
yeah.
I'm going to Disneyland.
I know it.
Fucking
Like
loser.
everything good.
Yeah.
Emotional high, goddamn it. They come off them over there, ready to goddamn.
It's a sugar high.
That's what develops. That bipolar thing. You go hot to cold, hot to cold, hot to cold.
Yeah.
And they're always chasing it.
Unstable.
And they're always chasing it. That's why people that live their life like that, they're in Orlando for the summer break. They always gotta be on the road traveling because they're chasing that high. I gotta go somewhere. I feel like I need a vacation. And Esau gives it to you. Esau, if you got a good job in America, Esau will give you 2 weeks off, 2 weeks paid vacation. Here, forget the fact that I'm raping your pockets. But you know what? 2 weeks, go to Disney World and put yourself in more debt. I got something. This is Proverbs 1 and Proverbs 1 and 22. And it reads, "How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge."
Yeah, man. How long, man? How long will you simple ones love simplicity, man? And like the brother's been going into, you know, to live and be a part of this world and going to the amusement park and thinking that little bit of amusement for a couple of days is gonna turn your life around, and then when you go back to reality, you're just gonna be a happy person. Nah, man, you're gonna come back worse, and then you're gonna have to do something else, you know, to get that high. It's just like smoking drugs, man.
And what do Jake say? Jake will say this. Jake will say, I just need to travel more.
Yep.
Because they like you said, they're chasing a high. And if Jake you niggas, man, when we say Jake, you niggas, really. Because you're not really Israelites, you're niggas, man. Because men of the Lord and people in the truth, we don't move like that. But you niggas, you and then you finish. You niggas can't really travel.
Right.
See, these Edomites, they'll just, of a drop of a dime, hey, babe, you know what, let's go to Paris. You got anything to do today?
Right.
None, let's go to Paris for the weekend.
Fuck it.
Fuck it, let's just go.
Yeah.
Just up and
just leave.
book a flight out the country.
Yeah, and they can do it.
And you niggas think traveling is going to Cleveland, Ohio.
I ain't traveling. You just going from one slave state to the next.
Exactly.
See, if I may
That's
too,
all the shit.
Salaki.
Oh, you go ahead, bro.
Salaki.
Go ahead.
Oh, it's a lot. Because, like, it says the simplicity, right?
Yep.
Simplicity, and when it's used in different contexts, you can use it, you can actually use the word simple in a positive light. Like the simplicity in Yahweh Shai. You know? But this simplicity is speaking on negatively. Okay? And this is the adjective, simple, in the etymology. Now here's the positive part of it. It says free from duplicity, upright, guileless, blameless, innocently harmless. What's that? The elect 144. They're simple in a righteous manner. Okay? They're blameless. Okay? Yahweh Shai was simple. It was simple.
I got to
okay?
for what you're saying too.
Come.
Go ahead, you can go.
Okay, come. It says, here's we're talking about you niggas when it comes into the next part of the breakdown of the word simple in the etymology. Ignorant, uneducated, unsophisticated, simple-minded, foolish, and when you go down, it says unqualified. It says Salakia. There's one that caught my attention. It says lacking complications, inadequate, insufficient, weak, feeble, mere, few, sad.
Heavy,
You know, like these are heavy words
Sad.
to describe you
Pathetic.
sheeple.
Like we
out
said,
here,
pathetic.
And that's
Pathetic.
It's spiritual.
Losers.
It's spiritual too, because like you said, simple represents us too, because we simple
Yeah,
in
that's
Yahweh
right.
Shai,
That's right.
and we're simple to this world. And I'll read the scripture to go into it. It says, Romans 16 and 19, for your obedience has come abroad unto all men. I am glad therefore on your behalf, but yet I will have you wise unto that which is good, and simple concerning evil.
Woo!
So just like you said, insufficient, weak, all those things really apply to us when it comes to evil. Inadequate, we're not inadequate. We're not adequate with this world. We're not consistent. We don't really have a natural flow and a natural consistency with this world because we flow with the spirit of Yahweh. We're really retards to this world.
So we don't fit in.
You know, the word retard means to tardy means late, and re means back to develop late. We're retarded.
That's why brother standing holding posts behind us. That's why in the group text you drop a certain nigga in the world, and you be like, man, who the fuck is this nigga?
Yeah.
Like, man, come on, brother, you gotta keep it.
Yeah.
He's retarded when it comes to this world. I mean that with all respect.
That's true though. That's true.
Hey, Barzal, can you reread that for yourself? There's a point. I got it. I think I can get it right.
Romans 16 and 19. For your obedience is come abroad unto all men. I am glad therefore on your behalf, but yet I will have you wise unto that which is good, and simple concerning evil.
Well, it says simple concerning evil, right? So you got to go all the way back even to the garden. Adam and Eve was simple before that damn serpent Esau came about and made shit complex.
We said I'm gonna make you like a God.
I'm gonna make you like God, and then make everything complex. Adam and Eve only knew good for the time being until what? Eve slipped up and listened to the serpent, or listened to that spirit of Esau.
Hey, that's the woman for you. Women love making things complicated.
Fucking hard.
You know, you be in a simple ass relationship with a woman, that's not good enough for her. She don't want to just have you in a basic car, you live in a basic lifestyle, y'all just in that, real smooth. They want to complicate things. They want the lavishness, they want the light, they want the glamour, the glitz, they want to be seen, they want argumentations, they want people to have a negative look about them. You know what I'm saying? All these different things come with the territory of the woman, and that's really the mindset of this people. Because drama really is what fuels these people now.
Yeah.
If you ain't in drama, you really ain't about shit.
Right.
But they say you ain't got haters, you ain't popular.
You ain't hot, you ain't shit.
Yeah, you go ahead.
That's all. You want to finish that properly?
Yeah. Oh yeah, sorry.
No, yeah.
Yeah, this is Proverbs 1 and 22. It says, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge.
Yeah, and fools hate knowledge because the knowledge is here, man, to get. But you niggas too worried about all the bullshit that's going on in this society to get that knowledge and the understanding of these scriptures. And that's another thing. that makes you niggas simple. Because here it is, you know, your salvation is near, or the opportunity and the window is here to gain salvation, but you niggas are worried about bullshit and partying and folly and mirth in this place, man.
That's beautiful. You use the word opportunity.
Yeah.
When you break down the word opportunity, it means a chance for advancement.
Exactly.
You have the chance to advance
Not be simple.
and not be simple
Yeah.
and get the hell up out of this thing. But you don't want to take it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Jake don't like advancing. Jake is a professional retard, man.
Professionally stagnant.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
What's that retarded league with retards running
Special
Oh,
Olympics.
Special Olympics.
That's really what we gotta do at this point in the spirit is teach Special Olympic niggas, man. Because you know at the end of the day we all were slow when it came to the knowledge. But it's like when you come into the knowledge, that's when you catch up. You know, you get some you get your legs underneath you.
Yep.
You know, you was broken up and lame, you know, but the Lord actually
Binds you back up.
Yeah, binds you and tells you that Isaiah the 61st. Matter of fact, if I may,
well,
on that.
I
thought that you go.
to land back up to you, brother. What did Yahushua tell Nicodemus to come? Pretty much come back as a baby. Babies, they're simple. They're retarded. They're slow.
When you read Luke 14, the parable of the servant in the Great Supper, you know the Lord said to go out to the highways and the byways and hedges and prepare them all the lame, the blind, the deaf. So that's you come in, and then the Most High, if you was blind to what was going on, we went into that Revelation 3:18. The Most High anoints your eyes so that you can see. He circumcises your ears so that now that you're not deaf, you can hear. He like you said, he binds you up, takes you from the fucking Special Olympics, and makes you back being regular, which is an Israelite. When we didn't know who we were retarded, man. Literally, special cases, man. Sodish, retarded, you know, bugged out, you know.
Yeah, I got it. Quick, I thought that's like it. Isaiah 61:1. The Spirit of the Lord power is upon me, because the Lord hath anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. He hath sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and the opening of the prison to them that are bound.
Jake is in a handicapped prison, man.
But Salakia, but the scriptures say what? That the Lord is near to the contrite. When you go into the word contrite, it's, you know, it goes back to the word being low, being broken down. That's right. When you go back to what Genesis the 2nd chapter, I think it's the 8th verse. I may be going on. Don't quote me on it. But it talks about how the man came from the dust. We're from a lower state from the inception. He had to breathe that breath of life in us, according to Job the 32nd chapter. But we're low people. You got it, bro.
That was all.
Come on. I got a precept. Go back to Proverbs 1. This is Proverbs chapter 9. I'm gonna start at 1. It says, "Wisdom hath builded her house." It is. We right here building. Okay. She hath hewn out her 7 pillars. She hath killed her beast. She hath mingled her wine. She hath also furnished her table. She hath sent forth her maidens. She crieth upon the high places of the city. Okay? It says, number 4, who is simple. Okay? Now this, we talking to these men right here. We were simple. It says, who is simple? Let him turn in hither. As for him that wanted understanding, we wanted understanding. These niggas don't want it.
Yeah.
Because they're in that simple, that word, that adjective, simple, but they're in the negative connotation of it.
Yeah.
We were in the positive light.
Yeah.
It says, she saith to him, come eat of my bread and drink of my wine, which I have mingled. That's all.
Yeah, and I was gonna say too, we say all this, you know, and we still, you know, get the point that this ain't for everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, we talk about simple niggas and you having the opportunity, but you know, the Lord has poured, upon you niggas deep sleep, man. And you niggas is not gonna get it. We still talking to a certain people, man. We're not talking to everybody.
That's right, man.
Okay? Because a nigga like the brother referenced to earlier that say he ain't got time to drink water. We ain't talking to niggas like that.
That's right, that's right.
He finished. It ain't nothing you can tell a nigga that ain't got time to drink water. Yeah, niggas like that, hey, this message is not for you, man. You might well just go ahead and, be a nigga and wait on those missiles, man.
That's right.
You might well live your best life, man. Just live it up in this place. It's not for you, man. You ain't gonna get it, all right? It's gonna be stubble for the fire.
That's right.
All right? So, we say that and we talk down on simple niggas, but everybody ain't gonna get it. And, we realize that through the spirit, all right? Because this is for a select few men, man, not everybody. You have
They got something for you. This is Isaiah, Isaiah 29:7.
That's the spirit.
And it says, but they also have erred through wine and through strong drink, are out of the way. The priests and the prophets have erred through strong drink. They are swallowed up of wine. They are out of the way through strong drink, and they err in vision. They stumble in judgment.
If I may say, it says what this priest are aired because of the strong drink and the wine. Well, guess what? We're spiritually Nazarites. Nazarite is supposed to stay away from the blood of the grape. Well, we're staying away from the blood of the grape of those other philosophies. We're spiritually detached from that. Man. That's why we can make a righteous judgment, a righteous discernment. You got it, bro.
Verse 8. For all tables are full of vomit and filthiness, so that there is no place clean.
Damn, man. See the how we prepare the table, we bringing out the goodies, the kingly victuals, the royal victuals for our people to eat. They don't want to eat this, but they in a debaucherous area throwing up all over the table, pissing all over themselves.
right.
That's the way of the world. It just pissy and shitty. Eating the king's meat, dallying. Look, just like back in ancient Rome, Rome was known for their festivities like Bacchanalia. Bacchanalia was you getting drunk and as jacked up as you can, because you could get high back then too. It wasn't like people just started getting high nowadays. Back then they had opioids and so-called opium, certain drugs, so to speak, where you could get from certain plants. They would get high off those different drugs and get drunk, throwing up orgy fest, and our people are naturally roaming us down, man.
I forgot what was it that what was it they would have they would feast, and then they would have in the back of the room the trash cans and stuff so they could throw up and keep eating. Just being in that gluttonous spirit, man. It's filthy. Here it is, you eating. Why I told you done had enough, but you just want to keep going. And that's America as a whole. Like you said, y'all are nothing more than modern day Romans, man. You partying, that Bacchanalia spirit. That spirit, which was I think it was kept around spring break. Spring break actually goes into that Bacchanalia spirit. Because what happens on spring break? Spring break is when all the colleges around the country's off. And what do? You leave college and you go to spring break in Cancun. Here it is, your daughter, she's in spring break showing her tits. Or what you have here in Atlanta a few years back for spring break? Freaknik. It's the same spirit. You come out here and it's all gluttonous, man. Niggas just eat all kinds of you got a nigga old pig on the grill. You always got a nigga with a pit with barbecue pig on it.
Listen, freaking baby.
Pitmaster. They drinking a bunch of booze, day drinking.
Right.
And that's a real nigga spirit in itself too. Day drinking, get day drunk, high. That's right. Fucking whoever they can. Whatever walks. That was what was going on in Rome.
That's right.
Popping animals. When in Rome. And then Jake, them niggas in Rome back then with that Bacchus spirit, it started out as a one-day thing. Like it was just a one time. They would go in the woods, freak off. But then they were like, too much fun. Why we gotta wait till next year? Better fellas do it next month this time. And that's how it happened. It literally became a monthly thing.
If I may say, why do you have 2 books of the Corinthians? When you go into the history of current Greece was synonymous, it's synonymous to Las Vegas. When you go into the history, if you go, I think there was a saying: if you haven't been to current Greece, you haven't lived. That's why them brothers in Corinthians got 2 epistles. He's like, man, y'all better get y'all shit together.
And them epistles was big too.
Big, bro. 16, 15 chapters and stuff.
Some of them chapters and shit.
Going in.
First Corinthians, the 15th chapter got 40 verses in it.
He was going in.
14 got 40 verses.
Just think how big that scroll was. Rolling down the street.
And what's weird, what y'all was talking to the brother about is when Paul was writing the literature, when he was jotting these things down, you always have the margin on the side, which would be like the end of his statement. So say for instance, he would write down 6 verses as a statement, that would be a part of the body of work. He would probably leave off with that, and say for instance, a couple of days, something hit him, he would actually continue. So it was so much bullshit that happened in Corinth, Greece, that he had to keep adding on before he officially sent that letter. Because he kept, it was always cases in Corinth. You know, there was always something going on. You know, because what? There was in Greece, there was around that Hellenization, that tattoo, that real Greek style of life, that married, drinking, partying, orgy fest. He had to stay on top of that church, man. You go ahead, bro.
God, I got a precept. This is Acts chapter 20, verse 1, just speaking about Paul's visitation to Macedonia and Greece. It says, and after the uproar was ceased, Paul called unto him the disciples and embraced them and departed for to go into Macedonia. Now, Macedonia, there's churches in Macedonia, which is like what I think the Galatians, the Thessalonians, if I'm not mistaken, and the Philippians. All right. It says, and when he had gone over those parts, he had given them much exhortation, and he came into Greece. Now, this is the next verse is to back this brother up what he was saying. The more shit he saw, the more he had to write. But this is how long he abode in Greece or Corinth, because the Corinthians were located
You know
in
what?
Greece.
When you got children, when you have children, like you got, let's say you got 2 sons, and the good son, he might be your best son gets neglected. And you just like, you always got to give your time to the knucklehead, man. The one that's always fucking, your son that's always fucking up. You always got to be on his ass, wondering what he's doing, where he's at, telling him to sit down, shut up, go over here, go over there. The other son is a good one. You just kind of, hey man, you know, hey, keep doing your thing. Hey, you sit your ass. That was Paul, man.
But that's when you get into the book of Philippians.
Yeah.
You got 2 books, 2 long books, the Corinthians, Philippians, 4 chapters. Of like, y'all doing well, keep it up. The only
My
flaw,
fellow yokemen.
in remembrance of you. That the only flaw the Philippians had was unity. He's like, just get to fix that, but y'all, because he praised them in other books to other camps. But
So at the end of the day, he didn't have a lot, but he had the structure and fine tune. Just like I was saying, he didn't have no letter to the church of Berea, because it was already written in Acts that they were everything they heard they searched out, and they did their due diligence and made sure that they followed the pathway of the disciples. So it was like at the end of the day, they might have got on in certain things in the background, but an intense letter for them to actually follow, he didn't have to do all that.
That's right. This is verse 3. So like verse 2 again. And when he had gone over those parts and had given them much exhortation, he came into Greece and there abode 3 months. So he was in Corinth for 3 months. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Y'all got women in the head of y'all churches?
Shit, we might have been the camp of Corinth, man. Shit, we might have been Corinth, man. Apostle Rumline stayed with us the longest.
Yeah, hey, that's true.
But he had to get
In Atlanta, man. Horrible here.
But he had to things had to get straight. You know what I'm saying? Just to finish it off, it said verse 3, and there abode 3 months, and when the Jews laid wait for him, as he was about to return into Syria, he purposed to return through Macedonia. So, hey, that's just going to say, just like with these exhortations, Paul had to keep going back to the Corinthians to get them straight, man. But you notice he always went back to the Macedonians, which was the Philippians, because he liked dwelling with them. You know, he established that church, if I'm not mistaken, in like 50 AD, and wrote that letter or that epistle to the Philippians in 60 AD. You know, in 10 years, because, and we know he wrote it when he was in Rome, because I think when you go to like the end of the 21st chapter, he got caught up in Rome. But that's when he wrote his epistle. You know what I'm saying? But You know, y'all brothers got it.
I got a quick precept that's going into our people too. But just like the brother was saying, you know, really our people are stiff-necked, and it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of work to build and to get our people out of that confused, destitute state. This is Jeremiah 4:22. For my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are Sodom's children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge.
See, with a nigga can give you the chemical recipe on cooking a brick up, making one into two.
Yeah.
You know, he can do all that. He can tell you all the finessing schemes and scams there is in the world. But tell a nigga to not celebrate Christmas. He can't figure that out. Something as simple as, hey, don't eat pork now. A nigga, that is just like, you tell a nigga, hey, really, you shouldn't be eating pork. It's all kind of equation signs and shit in the back of his head. You know, all types of 90-degree angles and shit. Sine and cosine symbols and all that. Look like a Texas Instrument calculator behind his head. Just because you told him not to eat pork.
Like Jake come up with a goddamn elaborate scheme to goddamn get some money, you know, but they can't figure out the goddamn. They don't know the first book in the Bible is Genesis. Niggas is just stupid.
A nigga will live in South Carolina and know how to get a brick from California, but tell his ass to start eating pork. He can't figure that shit out. How the hell you figure out how to get illegal drugs from out of the country to your little backwoods country, little town? But you can't figure out the basics of life.
Our people will be much better, man, if they put that same time and energy as they do into doing evil into something good, man. We'll be, you know, what we're supposed to be, man. We'll be the best people on the face of this earth.
That's a beautiful point you made. Because even when you look at these so-called organized gangs, these big boy gangs, it took a lot of time for them to structure them goddamn gangs.
They got order.
Hell yeah, they got certain codes, certain laws in the gang, certain things of that nature, certain areas you can only be in, certain blocks, certain territory, all these different things. And it comes. They got drug runs, certain drugs being pitched in this area, like you said, certain movements, trafficking. All that shit takes a lot of time and energy. These like Crips, when do they start? Really like in the 60s. You know, hundreds of thousands of the motherfuckers possibly, you know, thousands of
Shit,
them.
there's millions of Crips.
Not millions.
You got Crips over there.
Worldwide,
You got Crips over there in Asia.
Yeah, Asian Crips and all that, Filipino Crips and shit like that. But if Jake would have put all that energy into something righteousness, you would have seen the fruit. Hey, we would have been out this fucking captivity. Scripture says that the kings, man, the fathers of Israel would have turned to the Lord and praised the Lord, then the Lord would deliver us. We would have been out of here, man. But niggas want to go the wrong way. Let's set up an organized gang. And here it is now. What these niggas, the Crips and Bloods, that's two of the most bloodiest gangs in fucking gang history, man. They known for murder, sex trafficking, prostitution, arms dealing, narcotics selling, gambling,
extortion.
The prison's full of them, and majority of them faggots any goddamn way. Your top gang leader is a goddamn homosexual.
Yeah.
Oh, this shit just came out with Young Buck. These niggas, you be thinking that the toughest of niggas. These dark, these rugged. Cause you remember back in the day, you Buck was like the rugged one. You know, you would think you couldn't tell him he was body five niggas.
His first CD cover, he got the ski mask on with the gold showing through the ski mask and shit. You know, but now he got videos online of him getting sucked off by a tranny. That's this world, man. That's why like the Spirit jumped on Apostle Tahar to speak on that. He said, man, you niggas out here, you out here praising these rapper turned Hebrews, man. Hey, I'm gonna say this on camera, man. You a rapper, you live here in Atlanta, and you watching this. Hey, you reach a certain status. You come out here and talk to us, man. You gonna have to answer some questions, man. It ain't gonna be no, hey, Shalom, brother. Nah, man, what's up with you, man? You know, hey, you got a little, you know, name in this thing, man. What type of shit you had to do to get to this name, man? 2 Chainz just can't come down here and think he gonna get saluted.
Right.
You gotta confess that shit, man.
Right.
You know, when you gonna have that come, man, we gotta be in that spirit, moving forward with everybody, trying the spirit, man. Not being in that stargaze attitude, man. You know, a lot of Jake, they Kodak Black. Well, Kodak Black, you know, he knows he's an Israelite from Levi. So fucking what, man? So
He's supposed to.
you don't get no cool points because you know you an Israelite. Matter of fact, can I get a scripture? You get Romans the 9th chapter and start at the top. Because the Most High don't give a damn. So fucking what, you know you an Israelite, man. Most High is looking for the elect of the nation of Israel. All right, the Israel of the Spirit. All right, and you can't squeeze this chapter. You can't squeeze in you other nations. You ain't no fucking spiritual Israelite, man. It ain't no such thing, man. You know, well, you know, cause that's Esau. Esau's guilty of that shit. You white people, man, you push this transhumanism, transgender, you got niggas that identify as animals, trans age. I'm a 40-year-old man, but I really believe I'm an 8-year-old girl. It didn't work like that. And now they trying to do it with us. Well, I know I'm a white person, but I believe I'm an Israelite. Get out of here, man. You got it? You started Romans 9:1.
Okay, this is Romans 9 verse 1. I say the truth, and Hamashiach Yahushua, I lie not. My conscience also bearing me witness in the Holy Spirit that I have great heaviness and continual sorrow in my heart.
Going again, being in the house of mirth, like the brother set the tone for it, man. We in the house of mirth. We sorrowful because we're afflicted, man. You know, sometimes you can deal with seeing your people all jacked up, and then sometimes that shit weigh on you. I'm like, man, I'm sick and tired of hating you hoes, man. I'm tired of hating the nigga woman.
Hell yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. All right? Now, hey, am I gonna continue hating you until you die? Of course. But I'm tired. You know, I'm tired of every time I see a black woman, I don't think positive. I think, man, this bitch here, man.
That shit play on your spirit, man.
That shit weighs on you. You know, I shared with brothers earlier in the week about anger, what anger does to your body. It's frustration that shortens your life, man.
Yeah, stress, that shit goes all the way to your brain, man. It tenses you up.
Weakens your immune system.
Yeah, weakens your immune system. They say this one tribe in Brazil, I think it's in the Amazon, they don't really have access to TV, they don't have access to entertainment, no type of media outlets, anything like that. But they actually check the people, you know, check their body out, and they got the lowest stress levels and everything, man. They basically some of the so-called most healthiest people bodily wise because they're not, you know, dealing with all the frustration and the anguish of the world, man.
That's right. Going back to that plain lifestyle. That's what the kingdom of heaven is all about. This lifestyle is all about ups and downs. And one day you'll experience all the possible emotions there is.
Right. Hell yeah.
One moment you're sad, you're crying. Next minute you're laughing. You're laughing it so hard your stomach hurt. The next minute you want to kill something.
Yeah.
The next minute you're just all over the fucking place. Keep going.
For I wish that myself were accursed from Yahushua.
Yeah, Paul didn't wish that he was accursed for no goddamn Edomites, man. Or no Elamites and no Hamites, man. He's speaking of his Israelite brothers, man. The nation of Israel starting with the elect. Because Paul understood the elect. Matter of fact, when you get Romans 11 and 7, Paul understood the elect. All right, and we through those writings, we have an understanding of the elect. And that's all we looking for. We're not looking for Keisha on the west side, man. Unless the Most High got a mark for salvation. But we ain't worried about you niggas, man. You niggas don't want it. So now the Most High gonna start bringing in those Israelite foreigners. It's the same play. When the Most High try to grab you Israelites that quote unquote look like Israelites, and you denied it. You bucked up to it. So the Most High like, you know what, fuck them niggas, man. Let's go get these scattered abroad Israelites. Jake that look like goops.
And they more worthy at the end of the day. Because a lot of them be asking really for salvation. They be pleading their cause, man. You know, that's how we know they Israelites. A lot of them is Israelites, but because they'll come and then they got the same rhythm. Not all of them, of course, but the ones that actually come across, they'll have the same rhythm, the same flow, and they got repentance on their mind. But you niggas ain't looking to repent, man. You been caught up in these churches and these fucking harlot houses, you already think that you saved. At the end of the day, you got you a golden ticket to the heaven, whether you been living a sinful life or not, because you've been paying tithes to your pastor, man.
Living my best life. Go ahead. Oh, you got that Romans 11?
This is Romans 11 verse 7. What then? Israel had not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the elect hath obtained it, and the rest were blinded.
Yep, go ahead.
According as it is written, the Most High had given them the spirit of slumber.
Yep, we brought out Isaiah 6 and 9 twice. Ties right into it, man. Isaiah 29. The Most High got you blind. For you not to be able to see that you're actually in the worst case scenario ever. Ever. Like ever. Like literally. Total history of people. This is the worst. You go ahead, brother.
God. Eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear, until this day.
Until this day. Till right now. September the 8th or whatever the date is. The 8th, 2018, man. Until this very day. You still have slumbering eyes. You sleep. Go ahead.
And David saying, let their table be made a snare.
That's when Jake tried to get right. You got a lot of Jakes that'll read the Bible. And it's all today. They get more bugged out. Jake read the Bible. Like, yeah, I gotta get the Bible. Next thing you know, they believe in aliens and shit.
Goddamn. What that nigga name? B.O.B.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he know he an Israelite.
Yeah, that's right.
He knows he's Israelite. But he's bugged the hell out. B.O.B. This nigga here from Atlanta. You an Israelite, but you don't believe in the transatlantic slave trade.
Yeah.
That literally makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah, right.
You Israelite, but you don't believe in the slave ships. You don't believe where you have Jake. Where the slave ships at? Why would you keep when you niggas on the west side of your favorite city in America commit a robbery? Do you keep the van that you committed the robbery in? You burn the evidence.
Exactly.
So later on in life, you have you niggas coming along. Nah, it ain't happened. I've never seen a slave ship in a museum. Would you pay to go to a museum to see a fucking slave ship? You niggas don't even like seeing slavery movies.
Yeah, that's right. And why the fuck, like you said, why the fuck Esau keep the evidence around? He won't even take that part out the history books. So why the fuck would they keep a big ass ship?
That would do away with their whole argument or their whole ideology of doing away with slavery in the books.
Exactly.
How can you take away slavery from the history books in your schools, but then you got a big ass museum somewhere for shit? Here's a slave ship that brought 100 niggas from the west coast of Africa over here.
Right.
The hell is wrong with you niggas, man? You can drop that and go back to Romans the 9th chapter.
All right, this is Romans 9 verse 3. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Yahushua for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh.
According to the flesh. Israelites. My flesh, my bone. All right? And that's Jake talk, man. That's how we talk when we see each other even unto this day. Yo, that's my flesh right here. We flesh, same blood, man. My kin.
Even when we call our women, that's my rib.
That's my rib. It's Jake talk, man. You white people don't talk like that. What do you white people say to each other? What? Hey, honey.
Hi, bro.
You've never seen a white person say, "What's up, bro?"
They love bud.
Hey, brother.
And if he do, he'll
And if he do, he an Israelite. Man.
Exactly.
That's not the other nations talk, man. We the only ones that talk like that.
Who are Israelites,
Can't get around that. Keep going.
to whom pertaineth the adoption,
Yep.
and the glory, and the covenants, and the giving of the law.
That summarizes it all up. What the hell is these Christians talking about where you trying to squeeze in all these other nations? All right. So Paul is establishing from the beginning that this is only Israelites.
That's right.
But he's going to specify as you go further down to whom, to what Israelites is for. Keep going.
That's right. That's right.
And the service of the Most High, and the promises, whose are the fathers, and of whom, as concerning the flesh, Yahushua came.
Yeah, he only came. Matter of fact, to prove that point, go to what is that? Matthew 10 and 5, real quick. All right, because Yahushua, he came. Read that part again about the Yahushua.
Con.
Why he gets the scripture.
This is Romans 9 and 5. Whose are the fathers, and of whom, as concerning the flesh, Yahushua came.
Whom concerning the flesh Yahushua came. He only came for Israelites. Now to prove that, let's go to Matthew. Was it Matthew 10 and 5?
This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 5. These 12 Yahushua sent forth and commanded them, saying, Go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
His flesh. Matter of fact, since you're in the book of Matthew, go to Matthew 1 and 21.
This is Matthew chapter 1 and verse 21.
Yep.
And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Yahushua, for he shall save his people.
He shall save his people. Go ahead.
From their sins. Now all this was done.
That's it. You can drop that, but that's the point. His people from their sins. All right. Romans the 9th chapter is only talking to the Israelites, man. All right. This whole chapter is a Christianity killer, man. This whole chapter should really make every Christian shaking their boots, man.
That's right.
But you got to be elite. You got to have smarts to be able to recognize what the hell is going on.
These are the chapters they stay away from.
They stay away from them chapters.
Galatians and all that.
All right, now go back to Romans 9. Where you left off at?
This is Romans 9 and 5. Whose are the fathers, and of whom, as concerning the flesh, Yahushua came?
Yep. So we just proved who Yahushua came for. Keep going.
Who is over all,
Yep.
the Most High, blessed forever. Amen.
Yep. Keep going.
Going down to 6. Not as though the word of the Most High had taken none effect, for they are not all Israel, which are of Israel.
Oh man, they be like, they got you. That's the believers. Those that believe that the Lord only sent His only begotten Son to get repentance to. Man, read that again.
This is Romans 9 and 6. Not as though the word of the Most High had taken none effect.
Yeah, they try to say the word is of none effect. Matter of fact, get Malachi 3 and 6 real quick. Malachi 3 and 6. Because you people, you think that it says the word of the Lord is now voided, basically. All right, go to Malachi 3.
This is Malachi chapter 3, verse 6. For I am the Lord, I change not.
And the Lord changes not. All right, he's not like you that's indecisive, making irrational decisions. He's the creator of thought. He's perfect. He's perfect. All right, there's no error in his ways. The scriptures tell you that the words. Matter of fact, go to Titus 1. What is that? 1 and 10. The words of the Lord are pure. 1 and 15.
1 and 15.
1 and 15.
To the pure, all things are pure.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 and 15.
Right, there's no flaws in these words, man.
That's right.
Titus 1 and 15.
Yep. Titus 1 and 15.
I think it's right before.
This is Titus chapter 1, verse 15. Unto the pure, all things are pure.
Okay, unto us the words of the Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua is pure, man. There's no error in it. So if the Lord said in Romans the 9th chapter, He's speaking to Israelites, He's speaking to Israelites and Israelites only.
That's right.
All right, finish that up.
But unto them that are foul and unbelieving is nothing pure.
Yeah, to the 2/3 of our own people, they don't believe this. A lot of you Israelites that call yourself, a lot of you niggas that call yourself that know you're Israelites. That's what we're talking about. You know, you got a precept.
Psalm 12 and 6.
Yeah, if you got it, go ahead and bring it up.
Come. If you, yeah, I got it right here.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is Psalm chapter 12 and 6. Salakia. It says, the pure, Salakia, the words of the Lord are pure words.
Yeah, there's no error in them. There's no, that's why in the book of Revelation, they said that the Lord will pour out His wine unmixed. It's pure.
That's right.
You know, and that's what we want. We don't want this GMO watered down yayan. You know, you know this watered down wine. You know, you go to a bar and they give you a watered down shot of liquor. You got more ice to drink. You know, that was it on that.
Just finish it off.
Yeah,
it says, as the silver tried in the furnace of earth, purified 7 times.
Purified, is pure. So the Most High don't make errors. All right. Now going back to Malachi 3 and 6.
This is Malachi chapter 3, verse 6. It says, For I am the Lord, I change not. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed.
Yeah, so this whole idea that the Israelites are done away with, because you had these scholastic assholes, you know, they'll say, well, Esau is done away with, and the 12 tribes are done away with. But Elam is still here. They know who these scholars. They know who Elam is. They know who Ishmael is. Shit, they know who Ham is. They know who all these people are. But Jacob's done away with, and Israel and Esau's done away with. And well, we're here to proclaim to you people that the 12 tribes of Israel are here today waiting for salvation, and you Edomites are here today waiting for destruction. All parties are here. Okay. Now finish Malachi 3:6.
Malachi chapter 3 verse 6, for I am the Lord, I change not. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed.
That cuts the idea that the 12 tribes are done away with. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob, ye are not consumed. The sons of Jacob, which are the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, are here today, getting their ass whooped. Yeah, bring out your precepts.
This is Ecclesiastes 4:16. There is no end of all the people.
There's no end. So vocab, no understanding alone. You said that the Edomites were done away with. We still waiting on that video. I'm still waiting on the video of when was the Edomites completely done away with. Where? When? Give us. You got to give an answer on that. Because it didn't happen. All right, the Edomites are here and they are alive and well, getting fattened up for their destruction.
Yeah.
All right, you can drop any more of what you just picked up. Yeah.
All that have been before them, they also that come after shall not rejoice in it.
That's cool. Now go back to Romans 9.
This is Romans 9:6. Not as though the word of the Most High had taken none effect, for they are not all Israel which are of Israel.
Yep. Now go to Matthew the 4th chapter. What's that? Matthew 4 and what is that? Who warned you, you wicked scribes and Pharisees? You know it's Matthew. What did I say? Matthew 4?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's Matthew 4. Matthew 4 and
What did he say? Salaki.
I might be tripping. Would you John the Baptist baptism?
Matthew the 3rd chapter.
Matthew 3. Yep. Matthew 3 and
Or John the 3rd chapter.
Go to Matthew 3 and 6. You gotta go at Matthew 3 and 6.
This is Matthew 3 verse 6. Matter of fact, I started 5.
Yeah, come.
Then went out to him Jerusalem and all Judea and all the region round about Jordan, and were baptized of him in Jordan, confessing their sins.
Yep.
Going down to 7.
So therefore, it was only Israelites there. Well, no heathens, because heathens can't confess their sins. Matter of fact, get right when you get Psalms 147. Psalms 147 and what is that? 18.
This is Psalms chapter 147 and verse 18. It says, he sendeth out his word and melteth them.
Skip down.
He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
Yep.
He have not dealt so with any other nation.
Yeah, the Lord ain't dealing with any other nation. So these that are speaking of in Matthew the 3rd chapter that went to be baptized for their sins were only Israelites. Keep going.
It says, he have not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them.
Right. As for as his judgments, they have not known them. His judgments are found in the law. You're judged according to the law, statutes, and commandments, which the laws, statutes, and commandments were only given to the Israelites. You other nations, you're not even worthy to sin.
Con.
You're just devils. You're just the wicked by nature. But you're not wicked in the form of you're breaking the laws of the Bible. See, you Edomites, you're gonna be judged according to the fact that the laws are not being enforced in the land, and this is just what happens because we're in our captivity.
They,
You know?
Heathens can't sin.
Yeah, heathens can't
They
sin.
they're lawless. They're unruly.
Yeah.
They don't have a law.
Yeah, they're unlawful. They don't have a law. You got something to bring it out?
This is Amos 3:2. You only have I known of all the families of the earth.
Only, key word, only. All right. So this whole idea of we all come from Abraham, and the Lord Abraham said that many nations was going to come out of you. That's only speaking to Israelites, man. All right. Any more to that?
Can I finish that off?
Yep.
Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities.
Oh, judgment. You just read that in Psalms 147. The judgments of the Lord, they have not known. So the Lord said he would punish us for our iniquity. Let him bring out what you got.
This is Isaiah chapter 40, verse 17. It says, all nations before him are nothing, and they are counted to him less than nothing and vanity.
Vanity. You don't mean anything. You see? See, Esau, you just gonna get fucked up. You just gonna get fucked up because you were created to be fucked up. It's really just that simple. That's why we're gonna continue to read in Romans the 9th chapter.
Got to be an antagonist.
That's it. You're just the bad guy of the Lord's intricate play. That's what this is.
Like the brother said, every plot got to have an antagonist.
Yeah, what
They
kind of
teach you that
movie?
in school?
Yeah, what kind of movie would that be if everybody was good? It's just a movie of all good people.
Yeah, right.
Everybody good, man. You fall asleep in that movie.
A superhero movie without a goddamn, without a villain. But go ahead, Salah.
Oh, I said the Lord loves controversy. He loves it. That's why the scriptures say he loves judgment.
Hey,
There's no adversary, there's no judgment.
Hey, well, like we said with Jake, the brother behind me said earlier, niggas love drama. Why? The Most High loves drama.
Yeah, that's right.
Most High loves drama. Hell, for you people on the other side that's watching this live stream or will watch it when it posts, hey man, our lives are full of drama. No matter how boring of a life we live and how low key we keep it, drama. Drama be at your door at 3 in the morning knocking. Like, let me in, nigga. You know who it is. And you gotta let his ass in. you can't, he just gonna keep banging until you let him in. Like, what do you want, drama? Fuck, man. And that's Satan. Anybody hold something else? If not, we go back to Romans the 9th chapter. Bring it out.
This is 2nd Esdras 6 and 54.
Yep.
And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen.
Thou hast chosen. All people come from Adam, so what?
Right.
That don't matter. It's only about the elect. Hey, so like back to the point too. So what you know you an Israelite? That shit don't mean nothing, man. Hey, so what I know I'm an Israelite.
That's right.
If no one is half the battle, if I don't endure, so what? I'm just a nigga that knows I'm an Israelite that's gonna die if I don't endure.
Well, it says it in Romans 9.
Yeah,
You know,
that's what we going into. You see?
To be honest, it's really worse to know you're an Israelite and not make it and not know. At least you can say I was stupid as hell and I didn't even know I was an Israelite. But if you know, what it say, you're going to be beaten with more stripes.
nobody dies innocent.
Yep. And we see you niggas out here. We see you niggas. Every time it seems like the other day I was over at the Walmart over there for 78. You know, and I'm leaving. And I see a family of niggas with fringes and hand wraps and all type of shit. Judah shirts on. I'm going through the parking lot, man. I was looking at them. You would have thought I was the KKK the way I was looking at them. I'm like, these niggas, man. You know, we teaching the Bible right now.
That's cool.
Yeah. Go back to read on what you going.
God. Going down to 55. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sake.
Yeah, the Israelites' sake, man. You know, although the Israelite man, woman, and child is in the worst case scenario, the world is still ours, man. Look what happened when you gave it to these Edomites, these so-called white people. They got birds falling out of the air. Hey, under the rulership of the so-called white man, You got muscles out in the Pacific Ocean of Seattle tested positive for heroin.
You got turtles tested positive for herpes.
You got koala bears with STDs.
Like, how the fuck animals get
fuck?
STDs, man?
This is all under their rulership. That's why the world was never meant for them. You gave them, they were given too much power. You know?
And that's what makes the so-called white man the devil.
Hell yeah.
All nations rule and all nations had us underfoot, but what makes the so-called white man the devil? What distinguishes him from the other heathens?
You just roll it
He
down.
has a diabolical, vile mentality, man. He'll rearrange your whole genetics.
39.
He'll take a man and cut his whole rod off and turn it into a vagina, man.
That's all.
Just to put testicles in a woman, to try to put a womb in a man, to have a man bear the child and have a woman put seed in the man.
And then he'll yank all the testosterone out of your body and make you buy it on the fucking shelf. Testosterone pills. Like it's supposed to be in me, motherfucker.
Steroids.
Steroids. What kind of shit is that? Certain things good for blood circulation. Because your blood is all jacked up. Your liver all jacked up. Your kidneys. Now, of course, the Most High made natural herbs of the earth. And you're supposed to eat always constantly to replenish. But we damn near ain't even got majority of the stuff in our body, man.
Yeah.
We selenium, we got lack of minerals, magnesium deficient.
Copper
That's why our
deficient.
hairline's through, man.
Yep.
You know?
That's true.
Because it goes back to minerals deficient. It's an obese epidemic going on in the world. People just fat as all hell because they got lack of minerals. People don't know how to eat right. People are eating the wrong foods, even if they're eating.
They don't eat a balance.
They don't eat a balanced diet.
Like for every the reason why Jake be having salt problems or high sodium in their diet, is because they don't eat enough potassium. You're supposed to have, I want to say, like every 1 part of sodium that you take in your body, you're supposed to have 2 parts of potassium. And Jake is potassium deficient, and that's why they all do. Everybody in your family got salt problems, high blood pressure. But then you tell a nigga, well, maybe you should supplement more potassium in your diet. Who the hell is you? All right, nigga.
Have your fucking salt problem.
Have your salt problem, nigga. You know?
Did a nigga get diagnosed by the doctor and the doctor tell you to stay on pork? What a nigga do? He eat more pork.
Yeah.
And I heard of cases like that. Nigga, he ain't even supposed to be eating pork.
Yeah.
You'll see him with lunch. He'll microwave his food on the job. It's fucking pork, man.
He'll tell you it. He's like, I know I ain't supposed to be eating this shit.
Yeah.
Slice of pepperoni.
I had a
pizza.
nigga back to, I guess today is a day I'm gonna bring out these vitamin shop stories. I had a nigga one time come in and tell me he was like, what you know about being alkaline? You know? And like I said back then, this was years ago, So like I said, I still had that spirit of like, you still got a soft spot for Jake. But that job, I needed that job. I was like, man, fuck niggas, man. A nigga come in. This nigga's the person when you call the ambulance, he's the nigga in the back. So he's supposed to be all about life and health and bringing you back to life and shit. He was the worst. He gonna come in and tell me, what do you know about being alkaline? I was like, well, I know that, eating certain foods will make you real acidic. And I was like naming all those foods like pork, shrimp. I was like, you really shouldn't be eating that shit. It causes you to be more acidic. He's like, man, yeah, I know, man, but I eat like a po' boy sandwich every day. If you know what a po' boy sandwich is, it's a shrimp sandwich, man. I eat shrimp sandwiches every day. And I'm like, well, you gotta cut that.
Like a sub
Sandwich full of shrimp, man. And then he told me he eat like 600 honey buns every day. I'm like, what can I tell a grown ass nigga that eats 6 honey buns a day? I ain't ate a honey bun in the last 6 years. I eat 6 of them every day. That's why you can't deal with our people, man. Where will we at?
I got a precept.
Let's bring out your precept.
It's Isaiah 65 and 3. A people that provoking me to anger continually to my face.
Because the Lord hates that simplicity, that bullshit, man. It's like how we hate it. How do you feel the Most High thinks about it? We hate simple shit. You see these people like on Jackass and, Jackass jumping from down there trying to land the car and shit. That's stupidity and we hate it, man. How much more the Most High?
Heavenly Father.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Oh, Con, I just had a quick one just to add on to you because you were saying we hate it, and it goes back to vexation too.
That's
So,
beautiful.
Con, this is on Ecclesiastes 2 and verse 17.
Yep.
Therefore, I hated life because the work that is wrought under the sun is grievous unto me.
Everything's grievous, man.
Con, for
No.
all is vanity and vexation of spirit.
And if King Solomon could twist his lips to say that back then in all of his glory,
Right.
the fuck is you niggas on, man? If he hated life, then what the hell do we do?
Yeah, it tells you with Ecclesiastes how he was living a life of lavishness, man. Said he had manservants, maid servants,
Singers,
singers.
he had 1,000 women.
Yep. He had the top everything, man. He had the top naval routes that was sending them all kind of gold, turkeys, precious resources. Peacocks decked out. He was that was the pinnacle of society. That's right. When you even look up the top richest men of all time, Solomon's on the list, so to speak. You know, really he's number one.
He's really, yeah.
You know, but they'll put him on the, Esau like.
Because if they put him as number one, they would have to acknowledge that they would truly have to acknowledge the fact that he existed, and that would cut their whole theory of trying to denounce the Bible. Huh?
I said disenroll.
Disannul, yep.
Yeah, you'll read it in the Josephus how he had all kind of golden spoons, golden plates. They said a fly light landed on one of his silverware one night. He would just trash it. Or more than likely burn it down, you know what I'm saying, and recycle it. But he wouldn't deal with that. He had such a kingly mentality. And he seen how debaucherous the world was in that state. You know, so how much more now when the so-called white men in the rulership passing legislation for homosexuals to get married and to have sex, and here it is, homosexuals, they at the top of corporate America, man.
Yeah.
Your boss's boss is a goddamn faggot, man.
It's a faggot, yeah.
Putting the policy all the way down for you to follow, man.
Yep.
This is the highest level of vex. And that's why we said we gotta really get out of this captivity, because we're gonna die ultimately from just stressing. We'll die in this kingdom from just stressing, man.
Yeah, and here it is. You may be more qualified than a faggot, but they gonna give him the job just for the sake of that nigga. Yeah, that nigga can holler discrimination. Well, nah, nigga, you just ain't qualified. But they gonna sit your ass.
Nah.
Nigga, take the trash out.
Yeah. Like, man, make this faggot take the trash out. This nigga,
And women.
this nigga got a GED, man.
Here it is, you be working a job, it's a fucking woman over you.
Right.
Here it is, you doing all the heavy lifting, the back breaking work. You got a back brace on to goddamn cover yourself from snapping your back up, and you got a goddamn woman over you giving you orders. Like, what kind of shit is that, man? This world is a continual vex. What you want to say?
Con, yeah, like if I can say, when I was working at that pizza joint, it was managers running over me. That was all women, and none of them would do work. They would always tell me to sweep this, do dishes, take out the trash, do that, lift this up.
Yeah. Well, bitch, you filled out the same application that I
You do it,
did,
bitch, yeah.
That you agreed
God.
that I can stand for
Yeah.
X amount of hours. I can lift up to 75 pounds. Well, bitch, go do it.
Go do that shit.
I'm
Yeah.
not doing that shit. You filled out the same application and met the qualifications. You check yes.
Or let you be tall.
Can you reach this? I can't
Uh,
reach it.
Hate that.
Oh, but let me come to your ass. It's low, something low.
Can you
Can you bend and get there because you're close to the ground?
shit.
Doing that shit.
They'll look at you like you simple.
What do you think? Because I'm a woman?
Right.
Oh, now it's a.
Because you short.
They're gonna play that card.
Here you go.
I play all the way into that equality shit on the job, man.
Hell yeah.
Let a nigga come in the job and want to rob that shit. Hey, you kick his ass out. Equality, right?
Right.
Or a ruthless or a rugged customer comes in and you gotta remove them. They want you because you the man to go do it.
Nah,
Why?
you think- right.
Why? Equality, right?
Be strong.
$9 an hour. I ain't finna spend
God,
rob this motherfucker. I'll tell you where everything at.
Yeah. They want to play that shit because when it's convenient for them.
They
Goddamn.
ain't sticking up for these jobs. These jobs paying you $12 an hour. Here it is, you doing all this goddamn work for $10 an hour. Man, $9 an hour.
That's before taxes.
Hey, it seems like the lower you get paid, the more work you
You
do.
do. Yeah,
Man,
yeah,
you hear
yeah.
about somebody getting paid $8 an hour. They running all over the goddamn
Yeah,
store. They
they
doing
busting their ass.
manager type work.
Then the nigga with the management position, he just eating sandwiches and Ritz crackers.
Scratching his ass and shit. Yeah.
That's how this world goes, man. But you niggas, you love your life. Life is love and love is life. Nah, nigga. You need to hate your life, but you know what? The Most High is spoon feeding us this hatred towards this life. You niggas, you gonna get one big gluttonous, big boy plate of hate at one time, man.
That Salaki. That's that in the book of Revelation, the 14th chapter. So drink that cup of wine without mixture.
Without mixture.
There ain't gonna be no chaser to it. Straight.
You gonna take it down, man. All because you didn't want to deal with it now.
We've been sipping on.
We've been sipping on, yeah. So that little bit of sippage that we got to deal with when it comes down to that hour of temptation, we're gonna be prepped for it.
We're gonna be immune to it.
Yeah.
Because even when you deal with like these animal or these snake tamers, a lot of times they can get bit by snakes and not die because why? They've been injecting themselves with poison in small dosages to the point they built up immunity.
Yep.
So you'll see them get bit by cobras and things of that nature, and they don't die because their body has gradually built up immunity. And that's in the scripture. The scripture says we shall drink poison and live.
Yep. Mark 16 and 17.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, we've been getting stung into society constantly. Been getting beat down and broken, battered, and it's making a man of it. That's how we know in the time of Jacob's trouble, man. At the end of the day, we're gonna be moving and shaking like how we is now. We already ain't got shit. We already in a time of trouble. Brothers already don't know how we gonna get to the next day. But we moving all these things off of faith. But our people don't have faith. They all about chasing after the dollar bill, chasing after the next trend in America, the next woman,
Next piece of ass.
next piece of ass. So when all these things bottom out, they gonna bottom out with it.
I got a quick precept.
Bring it out.
No, go. This is Isaiah 29 and 16. It says, surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. And that goes back to what you're saying about, really on the job. Stuff is as backwards. It's turned upside down.
Yep.
But hey, when we become empowerment, everything's going to be turned right side up, man.
Because we already right side up.
Ain't going to be no men over the women.
Matter of fact, go to real quick, y'all brothers hold these precepts. Go to Habakkuk 2 and was that 2 and 5 or 2 and 4?
Yeah, and the beauty of the kingdom of heaven is you're gonna be able to rest, man.
Habakkuk 2
So we
and
work
5.
all these jobs and work all these crazy ass hours to amount to nothing. They say really in those other countries, see, we in America. So people be thinking how it is here, it's like that everywhere. No, that's not the fucking case.
No.
Working 50, 60, 70 hours a week, they ain't doing that in certain countries. And they get paid more, they get more benefits. See, when you get your check gets sliced about 7, 8 different ways, man.
Right.
You gotta pay Social Security, you gotta pay federal, you gotta pay state, you gotta pay all these goddamn things, and then you get after that they give you your pennies. And with your pennies, what you gotta do, you gotta pay your bills, your phone bill, your light bill, all these goddamn bills. So at the end of the day you broke and you want a continual cycle trying to come up, but you'll never come up. Never. Because it's designed for you to be in debt. And that's why at the end of the day we fighting for something so we can get out of this place, man.
Yeah.
So we don't have to work on it. So we don't have to stress no more. So we don't have to look at these ratchet ass women no more, these crazy ass niggas, these bad ass kids, and these grumpy ass old folks.
Yeah, these stank ass nigga women. And I don't even mean stink physically, just stink personality. You know, there's certain shit that we as Israelite men, we should have never had to experience or dealt with. That we deal with every fucking day.
And you know the bullshit of it too? These women will look at you sideways talking about you ain't got no money, you broke, why you never got money? First off, I'm a goddamn slave, man. I mean, my forefathers got this shit beat out of them.
Right.
We damn near, we're 400 years back.
Behind you.
We're 400 years behind. I'm supposed to be at the bottom. How the fuck I'm gonna get at the top? These niggas that's at the top, what they do? They have to sell their soul. They have to do all kind of funny shit in order to get there.
Shit, yeah.
But they don't put every nigga in. They don't even put every nigga in that opportunity, so to speak. It's only a couple good niggas they'll put up there. The rest of them they just leave at the bottom.
How many niggas out here want to be top rappers?
Yeah.
It ain't about talent and shit. If it was about talent, Soulja Boy would not be relevant at all.
Right.
And he's very relevant.
Very relevant.
And he's one of the worst rappers ever.
Yep.
And
But
they're broke.
behind the scenes, behind the scenes, he doing something to stay in that light, man. That nigga's gay as fuck, man.
Yeah, but like I say, I believe I saw a video They was on calling out all gay rappers, how they get their money. And he was one of them.
Yeah.
He a faggot.
He's a faggot.
Yeah.
Like you said, they got to do all that weirdo shit to, you know, stay
Suck rod.
stay in the light, man. Matter of fact, get that Habakkuk 2 and 4 real quick. And we'll get y'all precepts.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
And that's really talking about Esau, but you niggas are honorary Edomites too, man. Your soul in you is lifted up too. You are not the meek, even though you come from the people of the meek. You know, you come from the line of the people that are meek, but you niggas ain't meek. You niggas ain't humble. You niggas ain't repent in a spirit of lowness, contriteness. You niggas is lifted up, man.
That's right.
And where'd you get that from? Yo, daddy.
Give your fathers.
Ye as your father the devil, man.
And it scriptures call it lofty minded. Like when you look at a loft, house that's a loft, what is that? It's high up.
Yeah, like these houses right here.
And you niggas ain't even up there. These niggas be lofty minded like they up there with the super elite. Like nigga, you at the bottom, man.
That's what we said. Bro, before you got out here, we were saying the same thing. A nigga will live on the west side of the bluff. And had the nerve to play that song, I'm living my best life, man. And nigga, you live in one of the worst. You live in one of the worst pockets of Babylon the Great as a whole.
Right.
Damn near third world country.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You live in one of the worst areas, and you have the nerve to. The sound of that song should make you mad, man.
Yeah.
Right.
You don't. There's nothing good about your life,
Your life sucks.
Living in
and that's most
place.
of you. Shit, fuck. We just pick it on the west side of Atlanta. You niggas off of Candler Road, Edgewood Apartments. All right. You South Side niggas, South Side with an F, Old National,
Right.
You Clayton County niggas, Clayco, all right, you University Avenue niggas,
Right.
fucking,
y'all.
all you niggas, man, you niggas is all finished, man. Let them finish that and have a cook and we get to the point.
Come. Habakkuk chapter 2, and I started at the top of 4.
Done.
Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith.
Yeah, the just shall live by his faith. The upright, we the upright ones. So the world is upside down, but the Most High set us upright, even in this corrupted place. That's why when the Most High truly turns these things around, we already gonna be right. It ain't gonna be a shock to us when the world flips, because we already flipped in it. That's why we live our life completely different than the rest of you niggas. The things that happen with us behind the scenes when the camera's off is totally different than how you niggas live, man. We live a basic life. You know, some brothers in the camp got nice cars, but for the most part, we basic Israelites, okay? We eat chicken, we drink a beer from time to time. You know, that's basically it.
Listen to music.
Listen to music, might catch a movie. You know, fun for us. You know, this is Rib at my job, and you talk to her, man. What she do on the weekends of that night, I'm like, man, I should be doing that.
Damn.
Bitch going to the bitch telling me, man, you know, I went to pinups last night or last weekend. I'm like, damn. She going to strip clubs, going out.
I remember talking about that one day. We basically just got the roll of fucking like Esther them back in
Yeah.
we soaking in oils,
Rubbing oils on our
rubbing
skin.
oils and waiting for the kid. Because really, that's the nature of a virgin. They all about oiling themselves up, staying chaste, waiting for the king to come in.
That's
You
it.
know?
The king to come in his chambers, man.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, we gonna go to Matthew 25 too. We'll bring out your precept. Cause that's us, man. We are women, man.